Afternoon, boys and girls. I was going to go this morning, but there was a lot of wind and I didn't have a very good night's sleep because I'm full of cold and nasties. And they didn't get a lot. One boat went 3 mile off and they had 6 herring. Then they come inside and shot and they had another 3 herring, so they had 9 herring. So there's not a lot for drifting around for hours and motoring here, there and everywhere. But it's a bit of colour in the water. I think the biggest issue is there's a good breeze and also a high pressure, and herring don't lift on either. They hate high pressures and they hate a breeze. Don't ask me why, I don't know. But this is now the flood tide, so I might go off on my own in a little bit and see if I can winkle out 1 or 2 fish on the flood. It's got to be worth it going at, surely. Better than sitting indoors and get there and clean my sinuses out in this wind and cold. Well, I'm now self-launching. It's a flood tide, so I've just stuck the anchor well up tide onto the chain, and then the rope go onto the boat. So obviously when I launch the boat, that'll go out and just go straight out and pivot around on the anchor. If you put it good distance away, like 40 yards, what that is, you got nothing to worry about. And with a westerly wind, that'll keep the boat off. Easy peasy. So the trailer's wet, I just launched the boat. That's just sitting out there. Once the rope started to pull tight, that's sitting there going a bit broadside, but isn't too bad. I'll start drifting to the southward with the tide. But I'll just pick up the anchor here, pull it in and climb in. Easy peasy. Well, I just climbed in the beach and rolled off and started the engine up. That's warmed up nicely. That's all I've got to do. Stow the oars away and get motoring. Well, I just put the net chute on. There's a bit of a southerly roll coming in the water. It's made it a bit lumpy. But, hey-ho, that's life. Yeah, it won't make it southerly as much as this. There's a bit of a southerly in the water. But I'm just going to shoot 8 monos again, not a huge amount. I'm going to shoot them in the bay. Well, I tied the rope up for the anchor, so that's all safe. And I'm just in about 19 foot of water. So I'm now to turn the boat around and start shooting for the flood. Obviously when you shoot for the flood, you shoot slightly to the north, so the outside end go round. I'm 19 foot of water right on the beach, don't want to go too close, because I've got sunk nets. So that's them away. I'm shooting very quickly, I'm only shooting at 4 knots because I'm on my own. Just got to keep an eye on how many's left in the bin. There's only 8 nets there, there isn't a lot. There's 8 sunk nets. 2 are on 4 or 5 foot strops, so like these ones are on 9 foot strops. So they're nice and deep. But as I'm shooting, I'm looking on the sounder and there isn't a lot on there. That's looking very bare. Ain't looking a lot on there at all. In fact, the screen looks actually dead. When you shoot like this, if you've noticed, if the wind's coming from the south, you have the top rope to the south. So that's the tightest rope, and that'll lead them. Do it the other way, the wind keeps on the lead line over. It's a bloody nightmare. Now look, about 1 net left, so I'm to kill it now. The wind will do the rest. tie that on the painter and we sit there just drifting. Well, typical, as soon as I tied the painter on and let the down go out, the seal popped up his head. You can just see him then just stick his head up. That's sod's law, isn't it? If I only got 9 herring this morning, you don't want too many seals on you because each seal will eat at least a stone. So if I had to sit too many seals on you, you won't get nothing. I'll just drift along nicely. What we're doing, drift along, doing about a knot roughly. Not because I'm rocking around so much, just flipping about, so that like half knot to a knot to 1.2, just because we're rocking. But yeah, we'll be drifting along here nicely. That's a windy old day, and if I weren't standing behind this splash screen, that wouldn't be very comfortable and horrible. But yeah, I wouldn't have a boat right one of these splash screens now. They're worth their weight in gold. Sit behind it, out of the wind, out of the sun in the summer. Pour a nice cup of coffee and sit down. I would so I can yarn, but the old chap in here says no what to yarn to. That wasn't too bad. The launch was easy enough today with an offshore wind. That's a very easy launch, single handed. See, everything's sorted, just got to sort these out. There must have been a bloody fish or something left in there, all them maggots in the bottom of the net bin. Well, that's the anchor tied up. Well, after I've been pot on the floors, muddy, I did give it a sweep, but it's still dirty. So what I'll do now is I'll have that coffee, and I'll put a couple of buckets of water on the floor and swill the floor out, just dirty. I don't want no herring touching that if I get any. Oh, look, there might be a few deep herring there. That'll be nice. These nets do fish deep, so not much get past them in the bay here, because them obviously other nets, they're 17-foot lints with 9-foot drops, so they're deep. You see them few herring there coming through. They're perfect, they are 15-foot. But the old chap noticed, and so have I recently, a lot of them herring, we think they're good herring, we don't get nothing. I've had a few nipped in the meshes there, like really small herring, like a year old, and about 6 inches long. So they go straight through these meshes, because these are 2 1/8 to 2 1/4 inches time of year to catch them big herring. So whether I get them, I don't know. But it's still nice to see a few marks, make you feel a lot more positive. I don't know if you can see it. That seal over there, he just stuck his head up eating something. But you can't stop them, that's what they do, unfortunately. There's too many of them. We've got about 10,000 within a 10-mile radius of here. So it ain't just 1 or 2 we're moaning about. But again, fishermen and farmers are never happy, are we? Well, I've just gave the deck a sweep down. That's far from perfect. This deck don't get very clean, so I put a lot of grit in the flow coat when I redone it last year. So good do that. That'd probably be a bit more of a scrub, but you never get it spotless. 1, there's a little bit of algae I think growing on it, and 2, that mud and silt getting that grit, because I cover it with sand liberally when I have to put the flow coat down, so it's non-slip. You can hear it on my feet. That's the most important thing. A slippery deck ain't good to man the beast, so I just liberally chuck sand all over it. That's kept that good as I scrub the box out. These boxes, they don't ever leave the boat. They got holes everywhere in them. A lot of boxes, and you have the holes in the corner. If I put normal boxes up there, every time the boat rock and it's been raining, water go down my neck and that get on my wick. So I only put them boxes up there now. I've got all them holes in them, so they don't hold water. Don't know of a subbly swell in the water now. You can see Yarmouth Point there. There's a few fish there, up in the water. There's the old seal there, everyone can see him. Might have a quick look on the end, see if there's any fish, but if there's any fish in them, normally them pellets stand up and they ain't. She's just going around eating bits and pieces, I would imagine. Well, I'm now just having a look in the gill. I can feel the seal pulling on the gear. Oh, look at that! A lucky heron straight away. That's nice to see. In the box, there's a seal within 10 yards of me pulling the heron out. Bloody thing. There's nothing you can do about it. Just untangle this net, need a bit of repairing. The pellet's gone through a few times. I don't know what that seal's all on this end. Or there's a few fish a bit further outside where we are, I don't know. look on. Looking down the net and I can't see nothing. I'll just go down to the next pellet, just tangled up as well. No, it looks like it's just a kidder in the gill. Unless that seal is eating them. He's been coming right up to the boat. But you often get a kidder in the gill. Get that away. Back the other side. With this wind, that soon blow out. Caught on the rollicking. If the old chap was here, he'd have kissed that. Oh, you say the first heron of the year or the first trait of the year, he always kiss it. But I think that might be the first, you might say it's the first heron of the trip or something. Should kiss that too. I think he's like kissing fish. He's 76. I suppose she was better than kissing my mum now at her age, bless her. Hope she didn't watch this. Well, the first heron of the trip. Lovely little fat autumn heron. Well, I'll move that down because that was sitting in the sun. I just imagine me now, the old man being here going, don't leave that fish in the sun, don't catch, you're not going to look after it, and blah blah blah, and he's right, don't catch them unless you can look after them. So heron's now out of the sun, but there ain't a lot on that finder. That's looking very dismal. There's the odd little mark down 20 foot deep, but there ain't a lot on there. Some little marks, I think that's frying that sort of thing up in the water. There ain't a lot of fish there at all. Then again, I didn't think there would be a lot in the wind. They don't like wind. And heron don't like lifting. The reason the old chap didn't come today is because I'm full of cold, as you can probably tell. One of the Herberts, one of the fellow engineers at work come in, all full of cold and nasties, and typically give it to everyone. Sod's law, and him being 76, and I felt like crap for the last week. I think that's a good idea to be in his company. Alright, he's fitting well for 76, still doing 7,500 mile bike rides at weekends, but still, you don't want to feel like crap for no reason. I'm surprised I even come fishing really, I ain't felt very good. Dosed myself up on the old ibuprofen and here I am. We better get a few fish. I can see one or two pellets sticking up, but I think that's more than likely because they've gone through the lint. Whenever there's a hole, them pellets find them. I don't know how they do it. Pinpoint accuracy. There's another blinking seal coming from the north. That's getting near putting season soon, so all these seals, they come here and they come from everywhere and real pile up in numbers. Let's say there's like 10,000, and they'll have like 2,000 or 3,000 pups. There's loads of them here at the minute. Because they're like some people, as soon as they have the little ones, they're up the duff again. Seals are pregnant for like 50 weeks of the year, so as soon as you have the pup, in a couple of weeks, they're all humping like Ellen, all pregnant again, ready for the next year. But that's not good, got 2 seals on us. It doesn't matter when you're getting 50, 60 stun, but when you had one heron out of the gill and the other boat and he had, what was it, 9 heron this morning, that ain't looking very good, is it? But the nets are sitting lovely. So obviously the outside drift round, but because there's a southerly breeze, that's holding us back a bit. It's alright, they're not perfect. Oh, there's another seal actually eating heron now, lovely. Let me get it bun is tough. But yeah, I'm drifting along lovely. I don't really want to get to Yarmouth Point, what's known traditionally as Snickham's, because the other side of that, you go round it and then you're like half a mile off. And with this breeze, that'll be lumpy and horrible off there. That's probably about half a mile away, so hopefully I won't reach that. I don't really want to, because right now it'll be awful. I'm sort of like sheltered here in the bay, so it's lovely. Sat beside behind this splash screen, it ain't a bad day. It's lovely really, out of the wind. Bit of a breeze here, but that is what it is. Ain't gonna hurt you. And a bit of a southerly roll. When you get round that point there, that'll be bloody horrible. Oh, there's another seal over there. So there's 1, 2, there's at least 3 on me now. Isn't looking very good. But I don't really want to go down that point, but I just measured the distance. I've only drifted a third of a mile in about 25 minutes. And it's about another 25 minutes to the end of the tide. And obviously that's easing off all the time now, so I don't know if I'll make Snickham's Point. I don't really want to. I'd rather just sitting here. That's comfortable. Go around there, that'll be bumpy as hell, because that's where it drop off and the water track's all undulating on the bottom. That go lumpy as well and chuck you about on Snickham's Corner. So I don't really got to go over it if I can help it. It ain't a bad day, ain't raining, bit of sun, lovely. Can't complain at all. No, your parents all have these irritating habits and that really annoy you. Well, my old man's one is bringing tons and tons of buckets in a boat. I said, Dad, why do you need all them buckets? That really frustrates me. And I go, Dad, stop it, all them buckets. And then you realise you turn into him. 6 buckets, the top one's broken, there's junk in it. But I don't really need 5 buckets in a 6.4 metre boat, do you? 21 foot, 4 buckets. Nah. But they are handy. I've turned into the old chap. Could I have done good? This is actually heron lifting. They look like a few heron there. Bloody hell, it's because we're getting near Snickham's Corner. They always like a few heron, like lifting on Snickham's Corner. I hope it's heron anyway, not the little tiny ones that go through. It'd be nice to see a few fish, wouldn't it? I'll be happy with a couple of boxes, I ain't greedy. Well, I just had another quick look at the gill to see if there's any more fish in there, since that one I got out and there's nothing. And now I've got 3 seals on me at least. I can see them up and down and eating stuff, so it ain't looking very good. There's a few marks coming through, but I think they're them small heron. If not, I'd have seen something when I just looked at the gill again. There isn't a lot. Oh, Paul Williams, who's got the White Swan fish shop, he's just run out in his cat. Good way out. He's obviously after heron too, there's probably a lot more out there. But I can't run right out there in this little old boat. Especially in it. That's better. Ain't too bad in here, but off a few miles, that'd be horrible today. Rocking around like hell. Knock the hell out of you in these little boats in a 10 metre cat, that's lovely. But that's the difference between a little 20 grand boat and 150 grand boat, isn't it? It can take a lot more, much more weather than what this can, and you all know we didn't get a lot, didn't catch a lot, so it must spend a lot of money on a boat here. But that's a bit different when you've got a cat and a shop. Everything you're getting is top dollar in it. You ain't got to worry about market prices, everything is prime prices for his white shops, you can't blame him. That's it, we get through Erin, do some kippers, lovely. Well, as we're coming up to Snickham's Corner, there's a few gulls started circulating. That means either one or two things. That either means seals are coming up to the surface after gorging themselves, and if they gorge on too many heron, they puke up on the surface and the seals get the bits, or they can spot a few fish in the nets. Who knows? But normally you can see them corks lift up, they go on end, but you look there, they're laying flat, so who knows? Might be them. I know I've got definitely 3 seals, and the seals maybe put them around bits of heron and they can obviously see them. Well, look, plenty of marks coming through there now, that look cracking. Whether that'll be anything, I don't know, or them small heron, but they're bloody cracking marks, aren't they? Starting to get excited, whatever next. Until I've got to be sitting on the car park cleaning half the night. But yeah, there's a lot of marks coming through now, they're definitely lifted whatever they are. It could just be tons of little heron. But I'll find out in a minute, because then all them flukes will start poking up. There's a good mark coming through there, innit? You can't deny that. Let's have a little look on the gill, see if there's anything there. That lot was good heron. There'll be a lot of nets, a lot of fish in these nets. Oh! Bloody things. There were a few there, not many. There's a few there. Look at them. Come on, Aaron. Look at that. Just what we want to see. Yay! That'll make me old chaps. Oh, one fell out. Oh. No, I'm not going to jump over and try and get it. I said to the old chap, it ain't worth risking you killing yourself. I don't like a few here. There's another 5 or 6 in the nets. I'll give these a little bit longer. This is looking good. Unless that's just a kidder in the gill. But I'm happy. Nice to see a few more in the gill. I mean, they're lifting. I only want a box of 2, I ain't greedy, but there was another 5 or 6 just in that gill there. But I'll leave them to drift a little longer. We ain't to go much further. And that'll be haul of gear when I come up to Snickham's Point. I think I'll time that just right. I don't know, luck or judgment, but we're like 400 yards from Snickham's Point, and there's about 5 minutes of tide left, and we're slowing right down. So hopefully we'll just get on Snickham's Corner, but we won't go round it. There'll obviously be loads of fish in that turbulent water around there, but we don't want to go round the point. With a southerly breeze, that'll be lumpy off there, and that's enough as it is here. So hopefully we'll have a few fish. That'll be nice. Couple of boxes, I'm happy with that. I'm not going to pick them out here. I'll run them and clean them at them, make it easy for myself. But yeah, another 6 minutes to the tide and we're all done. And we're just before Snickham's Point. Perfect timing. Them nets are still fishing nice. Obviously you see the front down there. You can see the pellets going off. But obviously going around, and the down's just there. So they're fish lovely. They ain't gone totally round the tide. They're still across the tide some bit. They're not perfect, but for the end of the drift they're bloody great. I don't know if you can see all them seals sitting off there. There's one there and another one there, just stuck his head up. No shortage of seals. They're sitting off the gear now. Oh, there's one there right in the gear. But when they start sitting off the gear, that normally means they had a belly full. So hopefully what we saw on the end there, them through Aaron, if they're all the way through, like 3 or 4 boxes, what'll be very nice. Don't know if it will be. It could just be a kidder on the gill. And that'll be it. Job's a good one. And then I turned around and there's another couple of seals behind me. Don't know what's going on there. There's bloody loads of them. Well, you can see them. There's one there and there's another one there, just sticking some snout out. Oh, there's alive with the bloody things. That's why on this corner I normally fish this on the ebb, because the seals and the colony stay down below on the ebb tide, but on the flood tide they come up here. Obviously, as you can see, loads of the bloody things. One just staring at us. Alive. Well, I'll be getting ready to haul in a minute, so I just started up the power pack. Let that warm up, stick the old thing. I don't much short on the plotter anymore. I'm virtually stopped. Directly off Snickham's Point, the angle on it. Then there's a couple of seals right next to the boat. So they're trying to get them last couple of Aaron. Why neck goes back on the side. So either there's just a few on the end here, the kidder, or we've got some drawing through, I don't know. Let's get them all and find out. doubles. Can't believe that. Why did I pick them that up and there anyway? As I'm hauling. Just heads. Bloody things let me alone. Oh, look at that! A little tiny mullet. Oh, that's spiky. A little tiny mullet. Before I drop it, I'll get that back. The seal is just sitting off the gear as I'm hauling it, taking the fish out. eating the fish I'm hauling. I got a chance over. Cold, they shrink in the cold, but more bits. More bits of herring, look. Red. Another red. Wasn't that disappointing? And wasn't that bloody disappointing? Like you can see, there's seals everywhere. They gone down now, but obviously I had a look on that gill, picked 3 herring out and saw about another 10-15 in there, and I thought, we get a nice pick here. And then I saw the seal come near the front of the boat. They bet bloody everything. So all I got to show for this trip is 3 herring, enough for my tea. Not a lot, is it? Bloody seals, they really are a pain in the arse. Oh, shouldn't say words like that. Alright, well I might as well motor them then. So I'm now winching the boat on. Come on, lovely, and there's still bloody seals. Follow me to the beach. So you can see that clear patch down there. Bit of a swell. One just stuck his head up and gone down again. So they're even following me to the beach. What chance we had today? None. Still, that's nice enough. Nice day to be out there. That's life. Nothing went wrong. So can't be bad. Can't believe it. Had a little look on the gill. Got them 3 herring out. And there's another half a dozen, 10 in there. And I thought, oh, this will be a lovely pick all the way through. And when I come back to it, the seals had them all. And I won't have picked all the way through because they're all good eating. Sod's law. But at least I made a trip of it and had a day off. Better than being at work. Well, I'll just put the nets in the net bin. And all these bits of herring sort of sum up my day. There's bits of herring everywhere. But they've all been eaten by big fat seals.